Ooh, wow. Sorry about that. This is gonna have to be part two. So, basically, as I was saying, um, pain seems to be a good way for some of us to be pushed and grown. I just wish it wasn't for me. Because my life would have been so much easier. But anywho, so in this past life, we were trying to do good. So we were trying to um, elevate the minds of people. And it was important, and we were working on things that would have made it better for people um, of magic descent or of a magical nature, and easier for them to live and be, and not have to, you know, be afraid of sharing their whole selves with people. But anywho, I digress. But I think I wanted to go deeper into that, but maybe that's for some another time. But anywho, so as I was growing up, my grandfather has always said, I said, sometimes when you're not here, Papa, I dream about you. And you talk to me for a long time and you make me feel better, and I feel better until you come home or whatever. Because his job used to take him away from us. Um, yeah. So he used to tell me that we were kismet. Kismet meaning, you look it up and find out what it means to you. But when I grew up, I looked it up and I just felt like, she's like, something about our relationship was always so very different. It was always magical. It was always like I knew what was on his mind. I knew him better than anyone. And people used to say, this isn't your is this your daughter? Did you have a daughter late in life?" He'd be like, "Nope, nope, she's my granddaughter." But we were so, like, he used to say to me, "I conjured you." And I'd say, "You conjured me?" I'd be like, "Well, that's cool. How'd you do that?" You say, "First, I thought about you, what you would look like, what you would sound like, what you would act like. I thought I used to hear your voice. You used to visit me in my dreams. And then I conjured you. So I brought you out of my dreams into real life form." And he said, "So when your father, even before your father said to me, um, you know, I got a baby coming, I already knew you were coming. And I told your dad I wanted you to live with us." So I always had like this special relationship with my grandfather. And it's like, honestly speaking, this man protects me from wherever he is. I know people like to think that our passed on loved ones are in the ground somewhere, wherever they left them at, but that's not the case, not in my family anyway. Um, he just, he was always there, and he made a promise to me that he would always be there. And he certainly tried to hold up to that, and he certainly still tries to hold up to that in some form or fashion. And it makes me feel all the more loved because of it. But anywho, I guess what I was trying to say is that we live in these different universes, and we exist in these different states of being, or different dimensions. Okay? Sometimes we know about some of the dimensions, sometimes we don't. It just depends on what we as a being or a energy need to know at whatever time. So, yeah, but so at this time, I feel like there's somewhere else that I need to be. And I'm learning so much about how this thing works and how this realm works that it's like sometimes I get caught up for days and I think I've been doing something for a day or 24 hours and find out, damn, 5 days just rolled by and I don't know like what happened to the time. It's really odd. It's really strange. And sometimes I like it here and then sometimes I just want to leave, but I only stay because of my family ties at the current time because I know I'm supposed to set something up and I won't speak about what that something is because you never know who's listening. Your foe could be listening. I have a foe right now. They think I don't know they watch me, but I know they watch me. I know each and everybody that watches me, each and everybody that comes into my energy. It's just a gift that I've had for a very long time. And I've tried to teach my offspring, but we'll see how they're getting good. They're getting a lot better. A lot better. I love it. But my my grandbabies, they are far more sophisticated with it whenever they visit me and whenever we talk. I just find it very exhilarating. They teach me things. And I'm just wondering if they're going to remember it when they get older. But anywho, I think the space that we're in is very exciting. It's very uncomplicated when you really understand who you are. Like once you truly know who you are, what you're here for, and where you come from, and why, like the background noise to it, it gets easier. And like I said, it's not always a good thing to share everything. You have to leave some things to mystery. You can't give people the whole book on you. And they'll burn it or try to stop your purpose in some way. But so once you get really good at it, you'll learn to see your enemies on the other dimension. You'll be able to see them and their cohorts or their team members and understand what they're doing and when they're doing it and be able to counteract that bullcrap. But until then, you'll just be a simp at the mercy of your enemies. It's just how it works, I guess. But once you learn who you are, you can command them to be gone. That's the part I like. Because if I have no use for a mofo, why are they in my energy? Banish that yeah and go on about your business. But you know. Anywho, it's been hard at some moments and other moments not so much. But once you know you can do certain things and you can recall your information and your strength and your abilities and your knowledge and all that good stuff, well, then that's an icing on the proverbial cake. You understand what I'm saying? Because then you can get things crack lacking, right? That's when you can do the real work. But what blows my mind is when you visit these past lives, how real they seem to your consciousness. Like they're so. If you've ever seen that movie Inception, it's almost true to life. It's like so, like, it's kind of like that. It's like, I don't know. I remember being so angry in that life, dealing with a psychotic karmic, and I dealt with a psychotic karmic in this life, and she thinks I don't know who she is, but I know. I mean, it was a group of karmics, but neither here nor there. I guess if you see one, you see them all. But I passed the test. That's all I care about. And she didn't, so it is what it is. But I don't know. They say when you understand the spirit, when you get into the spirituality of relationships, they say that your worst karmics or your worst enemies in this life are your best friends on the other side. So sometimes when I look at the karmics, I'm like, how the fuck? No, because you're twisted and demented. How would I have you as a friend? And then I think about myself in some moments of life and some points of life when I possibly played a karmic in someone else's life. And I think, good God. We are dangerous beings. Like, how the heck? Like, I've done some pretty heinous things. I won't say what I've done in this lifetime because I don't want to have to go to jail for it, or you know what I'm saying? I ain't falling into that trap. It ain't that much of a sharing video. But anywho, um, yeah. So when I hear people talk about like things like past lives and all this stuff, I know it's not far fetched because I remember several lifetimes that I was in. And sometimes when people trigger me, I remember things like I remember when somebody else did that same exact thing to me, and it brings back the smell of the air, the feel of the sun shining on my body, the sound in the air, be it like my favorite sound of all time are seagulls at the beach. I love the sound of seagulls at the beach. I don't know why, I just do. And I love the feel of sun rays on my skin. Those are just things that I love. So I guess that's why they stand out in my mind or in my memory. But yeah, and there are times when I think and I wonder like what's really in store for me? Like what's next? Like where am I supposed to be? And all I get is just enjoy the moment as it comes. But it helps me to understand like we're here. So the prime creator can experience life through our eyes and experience it in many, 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 many different ways. It's a beautiful thing when you think of it. Like it's beautiful. But that's just my opinion. Y'all have a great day. Namaste. Again, share, share love, and subscribe to this video. Thank you so much for your time. Namaste.